Welcome to this LEX18 Digital Conversation. I'm Davidson. For almost 100 years, Goodwill Industries of Kentucky, headquartered in Louisville, has been serving 103 Kentucky counties, employing about 1,300 people and empowering thousands more to find employment outside of that organization. The mission is to help those with disabilities or other disadvantages achieve and maintain their independence for a better quality of life. Joining me now is Goodwill of Kentucky CEO Amy Luttrell to talk more about their new pilot program. It is called Soft Skills Academy. Welcome.
Hi, Dia. Thank you. We appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, it's always good to talk to you and other charity and charitable organizations that are doing so much more than just handing out. You're giving really help up, aren't you? You're empowering people. Let's talk a little bit about Goodwill's mission and some of the new things that you guys are doing.
Okay, sure. We, just about a year and a half ago, really began taking a different approach to our mission, and that was the result of a strategic plan that we did with our board and others. And as you said, we've been helping people get jobs here in Kentucky since 1923, but the title of our new strategic plan is Reducing Poverty Through the Power of Work. So it's a shift from just helping people get a job, which is very important,
yes,
getting out
indeed.
of poverty.
Yes.
To a more holistic approach
and
that
maintenance.
Addresses the barriers that they have and stresses maintaining that job and then moving up. So it's a more comprehensive kind of approach and a longer-term relationship with the people that we serve.
And you know, when we think about Goodwill, we also think about, you know, the donations and as we were talking about the Netflix special where we're talking about decluttering our lives and empowering others. Have you seen an uptick, or is it a little too early to tell, or is this just maybe an awareness thing that people need to remember that it's good to share?
So. Yeah, I'm a little cautious at this time of year because winter weather, whether it's good or bad, always impacts donation, but we have seen an uptick in donations this calendar year. A little bit unusual because usually people are trying to beat the tax year and the December 31st deadline. So yes, donations are up.
Well, very, very good. And that helps you to maintain your thrift stores.
It does.
And that's a real vehicle for Goodwill to empower and to train individuals and to make them workforce ready, isn't it?
Yes, a lot of people think we're just operating stores to offer good deals to people who need them, and that's a wonderful side benefit. But our stores are a tool that do really two things to support our mission. And the most important is that they provide jobs. And a lot of people need a place to start. We want them to move past the jobs we have whenever possible. But if they don't have a good work record or they have prison in their background, those addiction, those kinds of things, Goodwill can be a great place for them to start, and then we can give them a reference. Everybody gets a career coach to help them with work and life issues. But also the stores do make money, and so that helps to fund some of our services.
Indeed. You were saying before we started that there is a misnomer going on around Goodwill. Do you want to shed some light on that so that people know that this is not an organization that is taking money to make someone else rich? This is really making money and putting it back into the people.
That's correct. Goodwill is a nonprofit. Some people aren't even too sure about that, and because we sell things rather than giving them away, they're not sure where that money goes. But we serve thousands of people, and last year we helped about 2,700 people get a job, and each of those people has a career coach who will continue to work with them as they continue on their journey, and most of that is funded with proceeds from those stores. So yeah, there's a fictional gentleman named Mark Curran out there who makes all the money and keeps it, but I can tell you that he doesn't exist and never has existed.
So don't let that be a stumbling block to giving. Exactly, the true fake news, right? Let's talk a little bit about the Soft Skills Academy. What is that?
Sure. Well, you probably know the main complaint that employers always have is we need people who know the basics. Come to work, get along with people, take a shower, those kinds of things. So we have taken 6 modules, and we provided that to about 2,500 people last year. We're also providing it to most of our employees as well as the people who we place into other jobs so that they will understand what an employer expects of them and begin to prepare for how to meet those expectations. And then their career coach will help them, because it's kind of like drinking out of a fire hose. And when you get on the job, things come up.
Sure.
So that's where the career coach is there to help them remember some of the things that they learned and apply them to their new job.
Well, how are people placed with Goodwill? Is this self-referral, state referral, local referrals? How does it
It's
happen?
all of the above, and you don't even really have to have a referral. You can just walk in and receive our services. But we are busy developing partnerships in the different communities. Here in Lexington, we're partnering with the VA healthcare system, the Lexington-Fayette County Jails, Community Action Agency, Food Chain, and Breaking Free Ministries.
Okay.
And those are all partners who refer to us, and sometimes people come to us, sometimes we go to them to deliver our Soft Skills Academy. Uprising is an agency that does financial counseling, and we're doing a lot of work with them because most of the people that we see need that kind of assistance. Legal aid. So we have all kinds of partners like that that refer people to us, but anyone can come in and get our services.
I had no idea that it just was so far-reaching. I think that's empowering to help empower other people. Have you noticed that Goodwill's mission has had to change over the years? The needs maybe have changed, or have they grown exponentially? What have you kind of noticed?
Early in my career, Goodwill tended to serve primarily people with disabilities, and that's still a major group of people that we assist. But over the years, our society has changed. Many, if not most, of the people that come to us have a criminal background of some kind. Many people in addiction, as we know, particularly here in Kentucky. The whole human trafficking issue, we're beginning to serve some people who've been trapped in that life. So we change and really cater to certain groups, their specific needs as society changes. Really anybody who is poor because they haven't been able to work regularly is our target audience.
Right, and sadly that number seems to be growing more than diminishing.
There are, a lot of people are working right now. I've heard, everybody who wants to work is working. We can tell everybody that that is not true. Right. We held one job fair back in the fall, and my staff told me that when we opened up, there was a line of people stretching around the block coming to that job. And this was in Louisville, Kentucky. Where, you think there are plenty of jobs,
right.
But there are a lot of people who don't know how to get started, who've not been able to get hired because of their background. They may not be good at presenting themselves, right. And we can offer that helping hand that can make a big difference to them.
Wow. If you could sum up in your career and you're working with Goodwill, what has been the most inspirational or the most impactful thing that has sort of just been monumental to you and just in the way that you could communicate to somebody and tell them this is why this type of charity is so essential?
I think it's the individual stories and the people that you get to meet, the people who who come in and they're still living at the jail, but they're coming to our Soft Skills Academy and they want to do something better with their life. They're tired of going to jail.
Sure.
People who've overcome addiction. I go to our stores a lot, and many times I'll ask people what they were doing before they came to Goodwill, and I hear everything.
Right.
And it's really inspiring to hear some of the people talk about their experiences and what they hope to do. And I really give our career coaches a lot of credit because part of their job is to help people believe that a different life is possible for them. And once people believe that, you give them that helping hand, they can just achieve all kinds of things that they never imagined.
It's reinstilling hope.
Yeah, so meeting those people is very inspirational.
How do you find the people to help you with these different activities? Are they volunteer? Is it a volunteer staff or is this a paid staff?
We do have some volunteer positions, but it's primarily a paid staff.
Oh, wow.
We like to have volunteers for certain professional type skills, like the people who we assist oftentimes have a lot of legal issues that go beyond criminal history. There's domestic violence, housing issues, child support, all those kinds of things. people who have financial skills and can assist. So those kinds of areas we can certainly use volunteers, but it's primarily paid staff.
Wow.
Because they're putting in a lot of hours, and we just wouldn't be able to find enough volunteers to do all the work that we need to have done.
But if individuals or companies would like to assist, the best way to do it is to just reach out to you at the Louisville headquarters, right?
Yeah, well, and they could go to our website, and I believe there's a place that showcases where they should go if they are interested in volunteering.
And we'll put those numbers and website up for everyone.
Yes.
So nice to meet you.
You too,
so
Dia.
nice to have you guys along for this digital conversation. For more digital conversations and more on this one, just log on to lex18.com. Until next time, I'm Dia Davidson.